organic farming. Let us see phosphate solubilizing bacteria PSB. Phosphate solubilizing bacteria like Bacillus megaterium, variety phosphaticum, Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus circulans, Pseudomonas striata, and some Rhizobium species. They also can fix phosphorus. These are beneficial bacteria considered as the biofertilizers. They are capable of hydrolyzing organic and inorganic phosphorus from insoluble compounds. So that's why these are very much important and recommended for almost all crops in the organic farming. Phosphorus is an essential element. Major elements, if you see, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are major elements required for the plants for nutrition. Even though it is found in various inorganic and organic forms in soil, the plants could absorb only soluble phosphate. The inorganic forms occur in mineral forms of insoluble calcium, iron, or aluminum phosphates. Organic forms are derivatives of decaying plants, animals, and microorganisms. That's why several soil microorganisms, which include bacteria, fungi, and actinomycetes, solubilize these unavailable forms of calcium bound phosphorus through metabolic activity. They excrete organic acids and make the phosphorus available to the plants. When it comes to the phosphate solubilizing fungi, Aspergillus avamori is very important. It is a part of many effective microbial formulations, even for the decomposition. Penicillium species also, Penicillium bilagi, Penicillium fuscum, etc. This Penicillium can solubilize rock phosphate. That's why in the phosphate solubilizing bacteria also Penicillium is present, and it is also very effective microorganism for the decomposition also. When it comes to the phosphate mobilizing fungi, mycorrhiza are phosphate mobilizing fungi. Among them, vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza, VAM, is very, very important. It is a universal plant symbiont or nature's own biofertilizer. It is called nature's own biofertilizer. As it improves soil structure, enhance plant health and vigor, minimizes stress caused by pathogenic fungi, weeds, and pollution from heavy metals. VAM production also, I'll explain through a PowerPoint presentation. VAM contains four distinguished parts: spores, hyphae, vesicles, and arbuscules. How each one helps and how to produce VAM using on-farm production technique in the maize or sorghum roots. I'm not going to deal with the other production techniques like liquid VAM production and all, which is tissue culture based. But on-farm production technique of VAM, a farmer can produce in his own field. I'll explain through PPT. So ericoid mycorrhiza, ectomycorrhiza, orchid mycorrhiza, all these mycorrhiza are permitted in organic farming. These can be purchased and used, but VAM farmers can produce in their own field because it is widely available and it is easy to produce. Silicate and zinc solubilizers are also permitted. Silicate solubilizers mostly for the paddy and zinc solubilizers. Most of the phosphate solubilizing bacteria, they are also having zinc solubilization capacity. Individually, zinc solubilizers can be added. Otherwise, phosphate solubilizers also can solubilize zinc. Then when it comes to plant growth promoting rhizobacteria, Pseudomonas fluorescens is very important plant growth promoting rhizobacteria, which is useful for growth of the plants and builds immunity, resistance, and it produces plant growth promoters, and also the immunity developed by Pseudomonas gives strength to the plant to fight against the insect pests also. Mostly it is effective against the plant pathogens, fungal plant pathogens. Some of the bacterial plant pathogens also can be controlled with Pseudomonas. With this, I am closing these microbial preparations which are permitted in organic farming for the growth and nutrition. Let us see in our next session the biodynamic formulations which are permitted in the organic farming. Thank you. Signing off, Srilata.